Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome to a new video of me, Fuzzball40. Today I'm going to be bringing you essentially a trading guide. The video is called How to Make 50k in an Hour, and I'm going to be showing you how you do that, and effectively, just so to clear up any misconceptions you guys have. Some people have been messaging me saying, why didn't you tell me this player was going to be in market matchups? Why didn't you tell me this? Why didn't you tell me that? And the truth of the matter is, I've only got a certain amount of time to get videos out, and I'm streaming a lot of time, so a lot of people on stream hear this stuff. But I want to give you guys the tools to be able to do it yourself and not have to necessarily rely upon me to say to you every single time, go do this, go do that. Traders are we're all quite busy. I work full time as well. So I can't always put a video out saying specifically what to do. So I want to teach you how to go and look at the market for that week and look at what's coming for that week and how you can trade and make coins doing that. First, if you are new around here, please do subscribe to me. Button should come up right now. If you click on that, that will mean you can subscribe, turn on notifications. You get a video every single day. Most days you get two. And I guarantee to make you coins. Now, this account now is set at 1.224 million. So about 1.2 million, a little bit more sold off now. 1.2 million liquid, with about maybe 600k sat in the club in terms of players that when the time's right, I'll sell them and make about 600k. So that's the Van Dijk pack sorted. So we've just over 3 weeks of trading, just under 3 weeks of trading, sorry. Just under 3 weeks trading, we've got 1.2 million. Now that's with about 2 hours a day trading on stream, that's it. So it's not difficult and they're easy way to do it. And the whole point is I'm teaching you guys, those of you who haven't got 400 hours to do it, I'm teaching you guys, giving you the tools to be able to maximize your time. We're all very, very busy people. We are time limited. So best way of doing it, this is all you've got to do. If you are a subscriber to me on Twitch, this guide goes to you every week anyway. On a Sunday, I send the guide to you, and you have all the information you need for the week ahead in terms of what's coming, what I think is going to come and what you should be doing. But yeah, so getting into it. Essentially, the best thing that you can do is to look at the week ahead and think, right, what is coming from EA? So there will be things that come up we can't see coming. I'll explain those in a bit. But essentially things that we know that tend to be trends every week. The first one of these is Thursday flipping. And it's called Thursday flipping because you buy the players on the Monday, on Sunday even, when the market goes down and the market's lower. You then sell them on the Thursday after people working rewards. That's when people got a lot of coins. Even Friday, they're at a peak because people are buying the weekend league teams. Now, let me just show you what I mean by this. So here we have Neymar, I believe this is. Yeah, this is Neymar. Now, it's not been like massively affected this year, but there's still players you can trade in it with, basically. So if you see Neymar here, on a Saturday it's 852. By the Sunday, he's down at 836, okay? That's his low point, it's 836 on a Sunday. There. Now, as the week goes, he steadily climbs, until you get to Thursday and Friday, where he's at 880, right? So he's climbed from his low of 836 up to 880. Now, if you bought a Neymar at 836 and you sold him at 880, you're making about zero coins. You're making nothing. The point of this is, sometimes people will list for lower. So that's the average price, remember. That's not the low price, that's the averages. So sometimes people list at 820, 810. You can pick up them and then resell them on and make 30, 40k profit. Neymar's one example. Hazard's another example. I'll try and find a good one for you. But Sunday here, he's down at 461. It gets even lower with squad battle rewards. Something to think about, 459. And as the week goes on, he steadily climbs, and ends up at 486. This is Xbox we're talking about, by the way. So he's at his low of 459, he gets up at 486, okay? Again, if you buy at that price of 459, you're not really making any profit, but you're making a little bit of profit, but not massive, maybe 4k. But you can buy a lot cheaper. You can buy at 440, you can buy at like 430, 420, depends on what the market's saying. Obviously, at the moment, he's a lot further down than that, you can see by that graph. But it works with most players. Legitimately, it works with your normal big cards like that, your meta cards, but even some other random cards that aren't that meta, people want them. Felipe Anderson's one, I talk about him all the time. I've loved trading with him this year because he's one of the only usable left mids in the Premier League. So he has a lot of value to people that can't afford to go out and buy a Mane and things like that. And don't forget, as we get towards Christmas, these methods are going to become even more effective because there's going to be a whole load of new people that buy the game, get the game for Christmas, however they want to get it. And they go into the market and they've got to buy teams up, and that's how they do it. They go and buy those players because they can't afford to buy the Manes just yet. So they buy people like Felipe Anderson. And that's the thinking you've got to have in your head, lads. You've got to be thinking, okay, what's coming? Oh, Christmas is coming. People are going to get FIFA. That means more people in the market can be buying players, newbies who are going to want to have these meta players and these semi-meta players that I want. Right, maybe I can stock up on a couple of these while they're cheap. I can maybe stick 4 Felipe Andersons on my trade pile and just see what happens. as a thought process there. The next thing I want to talk to you about, so that's Thursday flipping done, and that's how Thursday flipping works. Don't spend too much, but it can be really effective, it's great, I really like it, but you just don't spend more than you need to. Next one we talk about is speculative investments. Now, we all saw my Depay's did not go well. I speculated on the Depay. If they'd have won that game, he probably would have gone above 400k easily. It would have made me a good, possibly 100k a card. He didn't. I lost coins. It happens. You can't win everything. But speculative investments are people like this Juan Jesus, right? I paid 51k for that Juan Jesus. Because Roma aren't doing very well. It's a good card, full stop. People are using him as it is. Roma weren't doing too well in the Champions League, in the Europa League. And so I went and bought him because I was like, do you know what? He's at quite a low price right now. And if he does well in the Europa League, if they do well, he'll go up in price. If they don't, I don't really care about risking the cards too much, the coins too much. But he's now at like 54. At his peak sometimes before weekend league, he hits about 57, so I can sell him for profit then. But Roma then went and won 2-0, right? So if Roma go and win the next game, I think it's Wolfsburg, they've got to play I think it's Joshua in Wolfsburg though. If they go and beat Wolfsburg in that game, then they will qualify for the next round. He gets a boost to 84 rated. So that 79 pace he's got will jump up to 82. He'll get a massive boost, and he's Brazilian. So that's a speculative investment. That's the one that I went and bought. Now, they're risky, so don't do it if you're worried about losing coins, if you're really panicking about losing coins. You've got to know the market. You've got to think, hang on, is this low? But it's all about just checking it. Going, okay, Juan Jesus seems cheap. Let me go onto Footbin, check his price. Oh, hang on, he's down 10k. Let me check Roma's group. Well, actually, if they get a win in that game, then they're second in that group and they've got a good chance of going through. I might risk it. I might invest in him. Sometimes it'll go really well like that. I mean, that's gone okay so far. Again, when he's at his peak of 57 next week, I could potentially sell him. But yeah, speculative investments is a good one to go for. Just during the week, the price goes up and down. Just check it, and if it's at its lowest, you think actually that could be worth me going for, then go for him. See what happens. But like, other things you've got to think about. Guaranteed things happen during the week. We get marquee matchups every single week. Now, the way to look to decipher marquee matchups is, essentially, if there's a big game in the Premier League, it will always take precedence. Like, for some reason, I love the Premier League, we know it. So let's say, for example, Man City are playing Chelsea, you can almost certainly guarantee that's going to be a marquee matchup game, okay? You can then go and pre-invest in those players because they're going to be needed for marquee matchups. Now, marquee matchup investing hasn't been massively effective this year again. It used to be when EA used to go, have three City players in your team. Now it's been going like one or two, or with the minor leagues, they've just been going have CSL players. So there's no point going to minor leagues, they just do like Chinese League, Super League players too. But there's still coins to be made, and the prices still rise as long as you buy cheap. Perfect time to buy them, Monday morning with Squad Battle Awards. So sort of Sunday night, depending on where you are, Monday morning Squad Battle Awards, all the players drop off in price. They're at the lowest for the week. Go and buy them then. So go and look at the games in the top 5 leagues. Usually get 2, for marquee matchups for the major leagues. Premier League usually takes precedence, and then it's, I guess, for the rest of them. But you can look at that and go, hang on, I'm going to go and pick up X, Y, Z. I'm going to just buy them at lowest, no risk, or zero risk, or a lot lower risk. And that's a good time that's a good way to make coins very, very easily. I'm sorry, it's not on my computer. So there's marquee matchups, and that's an every single week thing that's guaranteed to happen. So that's something you've got to think about. So your guaranteed ones, realistically, each week. You've got your Thursday flipping and your marquee matchups. Realistically, they're the two that weekend league sell off, etc. That's the perfect times to guarantee your trading. However, there are other ways that you can do it. If EA release an SBC, a player SBC, so let's say, for example, we'll look at these ones at the moment. One of the things that's done really well on Black Friday, for a lot of people, I think it's actually gone now, they're not they're live, are Italian high-rated players because of this Balotelli. So Romagnoli's done quite well, Verratti's done really well, Bonucci's done really well. What people do is a thing called rash investing. So obviously you can trade in them, so you can just snipe them and flip them like I always teach you guys how to do. But the Balotelli at the moment, go out and look. I'm going to be honest with you. This is when I give you some tips. Go out and look at Verratti. Go out and look at Bonucci. Go out and look at those players. Romagnoli. If you can snipe them, go and buy them now. They're needed for this SBC. You've got a day and 5 hours, so this till 2 o'clock today when you're watching this, I think, to do him. So that's a good time to trade with in Italians for him. But trade around SBCs, and this is an important thing to do. People keep saying to me, how I don't know what to trade at the moment, and I say to them, what SBCs are live? And someone says to me in stream, Flashback Mario Balotelli is there, and La Morales, and I said, well, what are the requirements? They were like Italian players. I was like, so why are we not trading Italian players? A lot of it is simplistic. You go and go, actually, it's an 84 squad, so I'm going to look at 83 plus Italian players and snipe them and trade in those. You can rash invest. When that SBC first gets released at 6 o'clock, at 6 o'clock is usually the content drop for EA, right? So at 6 o'clock, be by your computer ready to go and look at what's got come out and go, boom, okay, I'm going to get that. So when Black Friday started, I sat there and spammed out loads of Ben Yedders when he was in the Ultimate Team of the Week, because I was paying like 2.5k for him, if that, and then he ended up jumping up to like 3.9. So I was making 1k a player, well, more than 1k a player. What's he at now? I think got one more. Is he that expensive now? So he's like, yeah, it's like 4k, right? And I sold one at all 3.9. Then I bought a 2.5, and slightly above a 2.7. And I rash invested. I bought loads of them straight away then, let the price climb, sold all mine off, and then the market sort of dropped a little bit and came back up again. It's easy. It's really easy to do. You've just got to see what the content drop is going to be. And that leads me on to my other point of another guaranteed trading method. Team of the week. Every single week, EA tweet at 3 o'clock, this is the team of the week. Right? You've got 3 hours in that period to snipe players that are going to be out of packs. And almost all of them will go up in value because they're out of packs and makes them rarer. Go less supply equals more demand, yeah? So when they do any of that, so when they do team of the week, let's say, for example, I don't know, Dzeko's in team of the week. People can't use Dzeko anymore. People can't go and get him. His gold card's not on the market. So he becomes rarer. His price goes up. Buy a few of him. Buy a few of each of them. Just see if the price goes up. As it goes up, then sell, right? And that's a guaranteed thing every week. Team of the week happens. And if you do this, each day you'll be selling off these players you need to be selling off, and you're making minimum 50k an hour. I promise you that. It's not difficult to do. Those of you that watch me on Twitch, watch me do it on stream. Like, even when I'm talking to you guys, I'm sitting there spamming it out. We made 300k in one stream, and it was 2.5 hours long. Like, it's not difficult. And that leads me to another point. It's not just Team of the Week. If EA release promo players that are in packs, so Road to the Final, for example, that Juan Jesus went up to 1,600 coins, his gold card, right? And he was being sold for 700 coins when they announced the teams. So Road to the Final was one of them. At Footmas, if any Footmas players go into there, if any players go into packs, as special cards, then their gold card becomes rarer. So buy them before they drop out of packs. People still packing them. Get them cheap, sell them high. You can make easy 800 coins. If you go and buy 51 Jesus at that point there, and you're making maybe 800 coins a card, 40,000 coins for less than an hour's work, for literally about 15 minutes work probably. There's another guarantee way that you can make coins, right? And this is what I'm trying to teach you guys in these videos, is you need to be thinking outside of the box a little bit, of thinking, okay, well, how do I do this, how do I do that? Some of it's simplistic, other parts of it aren't so much. Another thing that I've taught you so many times in this, League SBCs. League SBCs, people want to do them, they're packs, and it means people stack packs. They're only going to get more popular as we get towards Team of the Year. People that can't afford or don't want to buy FIFA points, I don't blame them for not wanting to, they're going to want packs, and League SBCs give you packs. And if you use my trading method, which people have been using, you can do it for free. It's a free trading method. I say it's mine. Every trader in the world has told people about it, to be fair, but it's mine in terms of the ones I told you. They're free. So people do them. So what you can go and do is go and buy the silver players needed for it. I've given you, there's so many videos, go back and watch them. There are so many videos on League SBC trading. It's the most effective way to make coins, guaranteed day after day, because the market doesn't really fluctuate. Like if I look now at some of this market, let's go to Brescia. Actually, I'll give you another trading method that I haven't given everyone before. I don't think I gave you in the last video. One really good one that I'm a big fan of, and it makes me a lot of coins, is Syria, Fiorentina, goalkeepers. They haven't got any goalkeepers, so they tend to go on the market for quite expensive, but people tend to undercut quite a lot. 3,000 for that guy there. I'm going to regret moving off him, I reckon, because I don't think they're much cheaper than that on the market. Yeah, we're going to buy him. Right now, I'm just showing you exactly how it works. I bought him for 3,000 coins. He's just come onto the market. Nothing at 3,700, maybe 4,000. No, 4,004, no. There you go. So nearest to him is 4,600. So I'm going to list him for about 4,400, undercut and make 1,300 coins. That took me 30 seconds. Right? Legitimately 30 seconds for me to go and do that. If I'd have kept going up and risked sitting there for a little bit, I could have done it without to come back to my trade pile. But there you go. There's 1,200 coins made in no time at all. League SBCs it's the best way to trade. I don't care what anyone says. It's not worth doing icon trading. It's not worth doing special card trading compared to that. It's worth adding them to it. If you want to add to it and do more and go, okay, cool, I'm going to do this type of trading, that type of trading, then add to it and you can do those sort of trading. But I would be mindful that is the best by a mile, the best trading method out there. Other trading methods, there is icon trading. I'm on at the market. I've got a database of players, and every day I just check the database that I like trading with. There's some people that try and trade every icon going and know every price. It's possible. If you've got 2 hours a day, you ain't got time to do that. So I've got a certain set icons that I know, and I monitor their market. I keep an eye on them, and every now and then I go buy one. You saw me buy Overmars the other day. During the Black Friday promotion, I bought another Overmars, made another 25k on him. that's a really good time to trade. And a good time to buy those and look at those is when there are promos. Every now there's a bit more supply packed on the market, so you may see someone go, actually, I just want the coins for this, and they drop them down. I saw some really cheap icons during the Black Friday promo that were way cheaper than it should have been, and that's another method you can do. Trading icons, special card trading is massive. Essentially, all you want to do is special card trading. It's really simplistic. I can't stress it enough. Bergwijn, I'll do him as a sort of example to you. So I look at Bergwijn now, where he's like 19. I've been trading with him. He's been so good to trade with. He's at 19,250, right? Here's your example. Now I prefer to do this with higher end special cards. So do it with higher end special cards is what I'm saying. But you look at the market and the ones that sit there for ages. So let's look at. I want to do Dries Mertens, but it makes it harder for me to show you. But Dries Mertens special min buy now. Let's say 120. We'll just do that for now, just so we try and get his. So this card here, I've been trading with him a lot. 225k at the moment. So we'll do max buy now about 200. See if there's any on the market for 200. None on the market. 210. None. 221. There'll be loads for 221. I guarantee it. 220. So I'll watch him throughout the day, and I'll just go, okay, cool. He's at 217, and I add him to my transfer targets to find out if he's sold at that price. Okay. So I have two of them, the two cheapest there like that. I add to my transfer pile. See if they sell at 220. If they sell at 220, I know I can go on and look for him and try and get him at 205, 200. And then I go and resell him and do that and make myself some coins. It's an easy way to make coins if you're monitoring the market. That's why on my Saturday I spend some time monitoring the market, seeing what it's doing. It's really not difficult. But that's special card trading. Again, don't do these methods if the other methods are making enough coins. It's a waste of time. You don't need to sit there for ages. If you can just go and spam through every league SBC for an hour and then the next hour repeat that again and make yourself 50,000 coins each hour, then why bother with these ones? You don't need to. But it's all about maximising your time, like I say. So maximising your morning, like who am I going to buy today? What am I going to do then? Go off to school, work, whatever you come back. Right, have my investments sold? Do I need to sell them now? What do I need to do? And just looking at the week ahead, the week coming. Right, we've got this. We've got team of the week. We've got whatever it is. I'm going to use all these methods that I know to make as much as I can at these points and maximise it. And then 200, 300k later, you're literally like, wow, it was easy. It didn't cost me anything to do this. It was easy for me to do. Like, why have I not been doing this for so long? But lads, that's going to be the end of the video. There are way more trading styles I can teach you. I've talked to you about chemistry style trading. There's a video on that. Go and watch it. It's too long for me to explain to you in this video. But go and watch the chemistry style trading video. It's another really good one. But that's going to be the end of the video, lads. Again, that should be popping up again now. But please do sub. It's that way. That way, there we go. It should be like there. Please subscribe if you're new around here. Much appreciate it. And go check out the video. That'll be down below. That'll be my most recent upload before today. But lads, have a good Monday. You're going to skip back on the grind again. And I'll see you on stream later on if you're there. Peace out.